Are you wondering how Stoic philosophy can help you with daily stress and anxiety, as well as improving your general mental strength, or just need some motivation for your daily Stoic journey? Then you're in the right spot. I took hours of Stoic content and condensed it into these 12 core lessons. And by the end of this video, you'll have all the tools to transform yourself from a worrier into a warrior. Here is my guarantee. If you practice what I'm about to show you, you will become a calmer, more composed person in stressful situations. But if you skip around, you'll miss the key ingredient that makes it all work. So watch until the end and save this video, because what you're about to learn could change the way you handle life forever. Let's begin. Lesson 1. Focus on what you can control. Thousands of years ago, a wealthy merchant named Zeno was sailing across the sea when disaster struck. His ship sank, taking all his goods and money with it. Imagine that. Losing everything you've worked for in seconds. Most people would break down completely, spiraling into despair and self-pity. But Zeno was different. He calmly swam ashore, took a deep breath, accepted his losses without complaint, and made a powerful decision to rebuild his life not with wealth, but with wisdom. In addition to testing his ability to apply what we will talk about in lesson number 2, this incident also led Zeno to realize a vital truth. There are 2 categories in life: things you can control and things you can't. You can't control storms or accidents. You can't change the past or the opinions others hold about you. But what you can always control are your own actions, your own responses, and your own mindset. Take social media, for example. Every day you see friends, influencers, and strangers posting perfect moments. Luxury vacations, new cars, dream jobs. It's natural to feel envy or inadequacy. But remember, you can't control their posts or their lives. You can, however, control your reaction. Instead of dwelling on envy, channel your energy into improving your own situation. When you master this Stoic principle, no external event or comparison can truly disturb your inner peace. As the Stoic philosopher Epictetus famously said, "Make the best use of what's in your power and take the rest as it happens." This simple shift in focus can transform your entire life, giving you an unshakable calm no matter what chaos comes your way. Lesson 2. Accept reality even when it's hard. Marcus Aurelius, one of the most powerful emperors in history, wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you'll find strength." Life rarely goes exactly according to plan. Jobs suddenly end, relationships break apart, and unexpected obstacles show up when we least expect them. Your first reaction might be anger, frustration, or resentment. You might feel like life is unfair or even cruel. But what good does complaining actually do? Does it solve your problems or just make you feel worse? Acceptance means fully acknowledging what has happened, even when it's painful or difficult, and then immediately moving on to solutions. Let's revisit the scenario from earlier. You've been fired. It feels devastating, shocking even. Your head spins with worries and questions. But here's the thing. You have 2 choices. You can let yourself be consumed by bitterness, anger, and blame. Or you can take a deep breath, accept the reality of your new situation, and calmly ask, what's the best next step I can take? Acceptance doesn't mean you have to pretend everything is okay. It doesn't erase the pain. It simply positions you to take productive action instead of wallowing in negativity. While a lot of this is easier said than done, we will be giving you some actionable steps throughout this video that will help you become a master Stoic. Lesson 3, train yourself for tough times. Seneca, a prominent Stoic philosopher, believed that comfort makes people fragile and weak. His advice? Regularly put yourself in slightly uncomfortable situations to build your resilience. Yes, it sounds a bit odd, but hear me out. Think about professional athletes. They don't just magically handle high-pressure games. They train hard, deliberately putting their bodies and minds through difficult situations, so they're ready when the real challenges come. You can apply this same idea to your mental strength, like with these 4 examples. 1. Take cold showers occasionally to build mental toughness. 2. Once a week, eat simple, basic meals instead of your favorites to practice gratitude and humility. 3. Spend an entire day without your phone to improve your patience, focus, and ability to be alone with your thoughts. And fourth, try walking or biking instead of driving occasionally, just to experience minor inconvenience and build your mental muscle. Seneca described this approach as voluntary discomfort. Whenever he faced these small inconveniences, he asked himself, is this really the thing I was afraid of? Practicing small discomforts regularly shows you that you're far tougher than you realize. You begin to see problems as manageable rather than overwhelming. Sure, cold showers aren't exactly pleasant, and giving up your phone for a day can feel unsettling at first. But guess what? Life itself isn't always comfortable or predictable. The more you expose yourself to minor discomforts intentionally, the more confident, resilient, and prepared you'll become when real, unexpected challenges inevitably show up. In short, voluntary discomfort is like mental strength training. It prepares you to remain calm and steady when life gets rough. Lesson 4, keep calm and stay focused on now. Have you ever found yourself lying in bed at night, worrying about something you said days ago, or stressing over something that might happen tomorrow? You're not alone. But Stoics, like Seneca, discovered a powerful secret. The key to peace isn't in the past or future. It's right here, right now. Seneca taught that most anxiety comes from imagining problems that haven't even happened yet, or replaying moments we can't change. His advice? Keep your attention firmly grounded in the present. Here's a simple trick to try. When anxiety hits, stop what you're doing and take a slow, deep breath. Then ask yourself, what problem do I have right now, in this very moment? Usually the honest answer is none. You're safe, you're okay. It's your thoughts creating stress, not your present reality. Now, if you are listening to this and your parachute just failed to open, well then, this does not apply to you. And good luck. Practicing mindfulness can feel weird at first, but think of it like training a new muscle. The more you practice, the easier it becomes. Soon, you'll find yourself automatically calming down whenever you start to spiral into worry. Next time stress creeps in, remember Seneca's words, we suffer more in imagination than in reality. Pull yourself back into the moment. Feel your feet on the ground. Notice your breath, and let your worries float away like clouds passing overhead. Lesson 5, don't take things personally. Let's be honest, criticism stings. When people talk behind your back, judge your decisions, or dismiss your ideas, it's easy to feel hurt or angry. But what if you could brush off negativity like dust from your shoulder? This is exactly how Stoics handle criticism. Seneca, the wise philosopher, knew that most negative comments reflect more about the speaker than the target. He believed taking insults personally was like drinking poison and expecting the other person to get sick. Instead, Stoics choose to rise above negativity. Imagine someone spreading gossip about you at work or school. At first, you're annoyed, even angry, but then you pause and realize something powerful. If people have time to gossip, they're spending energy on you. Congratulations, you now have fans. They're wasting their own time, not yours. Stoics recommend a simple mental shift. Instead of saying they upset me, say, I chose not to let them upset me. This puts the power back in your hands. Remember, toxic people feed off negative energy. By refusing to react emotionally, you starve them of the drama they're craving. Like Captain Jack Sparrow said, the problem isn't the problem. The problem is your attitude about the problem. By practicing this Stoic principle, you'll learn to stay calm and confident, even when facing negativity. You're not ignoring emotions, you're managing them wisely. Over time, you'll find insults and criticisms simply bounce off you, leaving you unshaken and stronger than ever. Lesson 6, turn problems into opportunities. Life can hit you hard. Sometimes you get knocked down by things completely out of your control. A lost job, a broken relationship, or a project that fails spectacularly. Your first thought might be, why me? But what if every problem was secretly a chance to become better? Ryan Holiday, a modern-day Stoic author, wrote a book called The Obstacle is the Way. He points out that Stoics don't see challenges as bad luck or punishment. Instead, they view every difficulty as an opportunity for growth, improvement, and strength. Think about it like this. Athletes don't become champions by avoiding tough competition. They get stronger by facing tougher opponents. Similarly, every difficult situation you encounter has the potential to make you wiser, tougher, and more prepared for future challenges. Next time something bad happens, don't dwell on how unfair it feels. Instead, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can I use this setback to make me stronger? Maybe losing your job helps you finally start that business you've always dreamed of. Maybe a breakup helps you recognize what you truly value in a partner. When you shift your mindset this way, obstacles become stepping stones to your next big win. But if you think this part about overcoming problems is cool, just wait until lesson number 8, where we discuss how the famous Stoic slave dealt with insults and negativity. Lesson 7, real happiness comes from needing less. Today, we're constantly told that happiness comes from having more. More money, more stuff, more likes. But Stoics like Seneca believe the opposite. True happiness, according to Stoicism, comes from learning to want less. Seneca argued that chasing after material things never leads to lasting happiness. There's always a newer phone, a nicer car, a bigger house, or another vacation to chase. If your happiness depends on always having more, you'll always feel like something's missing. Instead, Seneca suggested a simpler way, finding joy and satisfaction in what you already have. Imagine waking up each day genuinely grateful for your family, your health, or even just the ability to breathe fresh air and drink clean water. It might sound simple, but gratitude dramatically improves your happiness by shifting your focus from what you lack to what you already possess. Here's an easy way to start. Every night before bed, think of just 3 things you're grateful for. They can be as simple as a good meal, a funny conversation, or a comfortable bed. Over time, this practice rewires your brain to find happiness in simplicity rather than endless consumption. When you learn to need less, your happiness becomes unshakable, no longer tied to external things that can vanish overnight. Lesson 8. Control your feelings. Don't let them control you. Have you ever exploded with anger or burst into tears and later wished you'd stayed calmer? Stoics understood that emotions are powerful, but they believed in managing them wisely, not ignoring them, but not letting them control you either. Epictetus, a Stoic philosopher who began life as a slave, taught that true power comes from emotional mastery. Despite facing constant insults, humiliation, and hardship, Epictetus maintained incredible composure. He knew that reacting emotionally would only grant his abusers power over him. He developed a technique that we can all use today. When something upsetting happens, don't immediately react. Instead, pause for just a few seconds. Ask yourself, does this really deserve my anger, sadness, or frustration? Usually, you'll realize that your initial reaction is stronger than necessary. Imagine you're stuck in traffic and someone aggressively cuts you off. Your first reaction is probably anger. You might honk your horn or shout, but ask yourself, does this brief annoyance really deserve your emotional energy? The other driver might have forgotten the incident already, while you're still fuming. Who benefits here? Epictetus taught that no one can upset you without your permission. It's your choice whether you let something disturb your peace. When you practice this, you regain control of your life and emotions, becoming unshakable in even the most stressful situations. Lesson 9. Live with integrity. The 4 virtues Stoics, like Marcus Aurelius and Epictetus, live by 4 key virtues: wisdom, courage, self-control, and fairness. They believed these virtues weren't just nice ideals. They were practical guides for everyday life. Wisdom is about seeking knowledge and understanding, not pretending to know everything, but being humble and curious. Always ask questions, learn from others, and never assume you have all the answers. Courage means doing what's right, even when it's hard or scary. It means standing up for yourself and others, taking responsible risks, and not running away from challenges. Self-control involves managing your emotions and impulses. It means making thoughtful choices instead of reacting impulsively. Whether it's resisting the temptation of junk food or staying calm during an argument, self-control helps you stay true to yourself. Fairness is treating others with kindness and respect, no matter who they are. It means understanding different points of view, helping when you can, and being honest even when it's difficult. When you live by these virtues, you create a powerful personal code that guides your decisions and actions. This integrity brings peace and strength, allowing you to stay calm and confident no matter how chaotic life gets. Lesson 10. Don't get upset by change. Heraclitus, a philosopher who influenced Stoicism, famously said, "The only constant in life is change." Despite this, most of us struggle with change. Whether it's moving to a new school, starting a different job, or facing a new life chapter, change can feel unsettling. But Stoics teach us to accept change as natural and even necessary. Marcus Aurelius compared life to a flowing river. You can't hold on to one moment because everything continuously moves forward. Think of change like seasons. Winter might feel harsh and cold, but without it, we'd never appreciate spring's warmth. Each change brings new opportunities and growth. Instead of resisting change, embrace it. Ask yourself, how can this change make me stronger, smarter, or happier? Viewing change positively transforms your fear into excitement, allowing you to stay resilient and flexible no matter what happens next. Lesson 11, be tough. Build inner strength. True strength isn't just physical, it comes from within. Stoics taught that building inner strength means relying on yourself, believing in your own abilities, and not needing constant validation from others. Today, many of us seek approval through likes, followers, or praise. But depending on outside approval for happiness leaves you vulnerable. Your mood becomes tied to things you can't control. Epictetus believed real strength comes from knowing your worth, regardless of what others say or think. Remember, people's opinions constantly change, but your self-worth shouldn't. Here's how to start building inner strength. Recognize and appreciate your skills and strengths regularly. Challenge yourself to handle small setbacks without seeking immediate reassurance. Celebrate your achievements quietly, without needing external praise. Over time, you'll notice a powerful confidence building inside you, one that's unshakable, even when the world tries to knock you down. Now, before we hit the last lesson, I'd like to take just 10 seconds to ask for your help. If you like this content, simply subscribe to the channel and like this video, as this truly helps us put out more content for you. Okay, let's close it down with what I believe is one of the most important characteristics for personal growth. Lesson 12, never stop learning and growing. Epictetus famously said, "It is impossible for a man to learn what he thinks he already knows." Stoics understood that the journey of learning and personal growth never ends. Life isn't about reaching a finish line. It's about constantly improving yourself. Every day is an opportunity to become smarter, kinder, and stronger. Here's how you can embrace lifelong learning. Always stay curious. Ask questions. Read widely and deeply. Learn from your mistakes instead of being embarrassed by them. Seek feedback from others and be open to constructive criticism. The moment you think you know everything, you stop growing. But as long as you stay humble and eager to learn, you'll keep evolving into a better version of yourself. Stoicism isn't just a philosophy, it's a powerful toolkit to help you live your best life. Each lesson you've learned here offers practical ways to face challenges calmly, confidently, and wisely. Imagine living a life where stress and anxiety no longer control you. Imagine handling setbacks with composure, embracing change with excitement, and navigating life with clear values and unwavering strength. Mastering these Stoic lessons will transform you from a warrior to a warrior. Apply these principles daily, and soon you'll discover that nothing, no setback, insult, or hardship can truly shake you. Stoicism gives you the power to stay steady in chaos, turning life's challenges into stepping stones toward a stronger, happier, and more meaningful life. Embrace these lessons, and let Stoicism guide you to a future where you are unshakable.